Hello looters, I am Sir Randerson, Clucker-in-Chief with the Mother Cluckers, and welcome to Doing Dailies. This is a show where I'll cover some of my thoughts from the past week with Mighty Quest, give you some tips and tricks, show off some memes and other general shenanigans from chat and the Mighty Quest Discord. So let's jump into it right now. If this is your first time here, please consider subscribing. I would love that. Alright, so we've had full access to the Kingdoms update in Mighty Quest for a little over a week, and this has given me plenty of time to dig in and see what it's all about. And first, I want to start off with some hot tips. Now, this is all for all you new Mighty Quest players out there, and maybe some veterans as well, since we never really had to use it before, but use your keys. Oh boy, with the orb chest now gone, using your brown keys is more important than ever. Now, I'm not a real good example of this right now because, I have like 1,400 of these, but that's because my inventory is stocked because I have been using it so much. I had way more than this. But anyway, use your keys because that is the only way you can level up gear now. Well, basically, right? Is to use other gear from the equipment chest or from your alchemy labs. I mean, basically, just do it. Shy up, tell them.
Do it! Just do it!
I mean, these keys aren't used for anything else, and there's no reason to stockpile them right now. So use those brown keys and level up some gear right now. This goes for arena keys too. Don't hold back on those. Just use them. I mean, the arena keys when you get, the piece of gear you want. All right, so staying with the theme of gear, I want to talk about one more thing before we move on. It's constantly having your alchemy labs pumping out gear. Let's go take a quick look at that. So over here in the Kingdoms, I have mine over here. Two of them are going right now. I think that's on an upgrade. These ones actually just got finished before the video started. But have these things going on gear. Craft gear. Here, let's do a few right now. Let's just throw down on like 10 of these. My inventory is going to fill up. But that's what it's there for. This is the only way to level up gear now, so constantly have these things pumping out gear. Actually, there's a really good way to do that. Once you level up your castle a little bit more, you can go and do the fast rare level up. It takes 9 minutes or 10 minutes for each piece of gear, and you get 2 to 3 star stuff. It costs 21,000 gold, and it is great. That is the one, once you get there, you definitely want to be using the fast rare one. All right, so on to our next thing. This is kind of like the news portion of our segment. Or maybe like, what I thought was the news this week. And it's all about the Kingdoms update. Let's get into some gameplay here, and then I'm going to talk a little bit about how I feel about this update. So first, let's go ahead and check out our trials because the show is called Doing Dailies. So we have a few trials here left. Let's go ahead and run our Nature Fever, and I will talk a little bit about the Kingdoms update a week in. Okay, so the good news is for the Kingdoms update, I really think player retention has gone way up, at least for me. I find myself wanting to log in more and more. I enjoy leveling up the buildings and being able to play more during the day than just that 15 minutes a day I was doing with my morning coffee. The bottom line here is that I think Mighty Quest is fun again, and that's something I couldn't say for a very long time. It was getting real boring. Anybody who's been playing for like over a year like me knows that it definitely had a downward slide there. But now I'm totally into it again. There's something to do. It's great. It may be a little bit different than what we're used to, but I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. Now, it's not all good news with this update. There is some bad news as well. And I think a great segue to this would be to show you right over here with the Crystal Castles. The low drop rate of these ascending stones. They are awful. If we get one right now, it'll be a Christmas miracle. Let's go check it out. So, the Crystal Castles. These low drop rates of ascending stones. These guys right here. Now, they're available in this trial and from Act 7 on hard and up. But being available doesn't mean you have a good chance at getting any. I mean, I must have burned over 500 energy on Act 7 hard and up just looking for those stones by themselves. Well, that and FCs, and we'll get back to that in a second. And you know what? I had a hard time finding either, but when I did get lucky, I got very lucky. Check these out. I know, sweet, right? But, I think It's an absolute complete joke on how low the drop rate is on these items. They definitely need to be upped. And there you go. Perfect example. I think this is all anybody ever gets are these epic crystals here. But I have not seen any ascending stones come out of this at all. It's been a real bummer. Next, let's go ahead and run back. What do we want to do here next? You know what? Let's go hunt some FCs. How about that? We'll go see if we can't do one on 10, because I'm looking right now. If you didn't know, the Noble Shields are on this stage here on 10 on normal. I'm going to run this, see if we get an FC. Lucky us? No, not a chance. Okay, so we're going to run this and let that go for a minute. But yeah, let's talk about FCs for a minute. This is the real ugly stuff of the update. It's a seemingly more than 50% decrease in the Fallen Champion rate. And the devs never did indicate they were going to do this, by the way. That was the really bad part about this. Hunting Fallen Champions was literally one of the most satisfying things we could do before the Kingdoms update. It was fun to go and loot castles, look for those bad boys and the potential rewards. It got many of us playing the game the devs designed, not castle building, but actually looting castles. Hunting Fallen Champions is fun when you can find them. And I think the drop rate before the update was just perfect. It was just enough to keep players interested in wanting to come back and do it again and again and again, even for endgame players like me. But now, you'll be lucky to find any at all. It is so low. Let's have a look. Well, I mean, we're not going to get anything out of this. This was on normal. So yeah, we aren't going to get anything out of this castle. We were looking for Fallen Champions, but it ain't going to happen right now. We'll let this go through. Okay, we got some gold. Fantastic. Thank you very much, game. So, let's head back to the home screen here. And you know what? We were talking about ascending stones earlier. There were some hilarious memes on the Mighty Quest Discord this week. Two of the funniest memes I saw were involving ascending stones. Thank you to users Baduni and Blues for these amazing submissions. Let's put those up right now. Bam! And bam! Man, I actually laughed out loud when I saw those. Guys, good job. Slow clap for you. Well done. And speaking of funny stuff, some of the funniest stuff I saw in chat this week. How about check out this? Okay. This was taken, I don't know if it was today or yesterday, but Our Dads Left Us defeated Bubble the Week. Honestly, best guild name I've seen next to the Mother Cluckers. Fantastic. You guys, well done. I hope you climb up that ladder very fast. Let's go ahead and jump into another castle while I talk about some more stuff. Let's finish our nature trials. This is doing dailies after all, and I want to get all these dailies done. All right. So as we get into this, there were some other things I was thinking about with Mighty Quest this week. The next one was with the Kingdoms update and the builders. I don't know about you, but I think I was given most of my buildings from, how much loot I had in the game already and how much I completed. And I even find the progression slow. I can't imagine how it is for a new player. So I think with this update, with the next update, we should see an increase in builders. I think everybody should have at least access to 2 builders in the game. Maybe you can get them by the level of your castle, like bonus one, or maybe you get it by the level of your player. But honestly, we need more builders in the game to progress faster, better, stronger. It just seems way too slow to me right now. And heck, I know that VIP members already get a second builder. I say give them 3. They're already paying for the game, so give them a little bit more of a bonus, right? I totally get it. It makes perfect sense. You know what? Let's go all in now, and I want to go and see if we can't get a real Fallen Champion. Some high level stuff here. Let's do Act 4, Act 5. You know what? Let's go back to Old Faithful. 2-1. Bang! Now, go figure. And this is what I mean when I said the Fallen Champion rate decreased. It is down. All right, so I think we need more builders, and there are still some things that are wrong. We need Ruin balancing. Oh my goodness, the ruins, they're still bad. Though consistent, I will give them that. I'm not saying go back to the old RNG style that ruins were, but I'm just saying they're way too expensive to level up the max. I personally haven't done one since the rune update. And I've seen so many great players with fantastic builds, like top tier builds, but they can't reach that like upper echelon of like 5 million might because they don't have the runes to do it. It's just so slow, almost to a complete halt. They need to decrease the cost of upgrading ruins. That is still very much on the table, Ubisoft. You got to get that done. We cannot move on with the game like it is right now with those ruins. The RNG system, sure, don't bring that back, but you got to decrease that cost. So, you know what? I think this is pretty much the end of the video. I think the Kingdoms update overall was what Mighty Quest really needed. It was refreshing, really. I think I'd give it a solid like 7 out of 10. Well done. What do you think about the Mighty Quest update? What do you think of my new show format? Let's talk about it. Leave it down in the comments below. There'll also be a link down there for the TMC Discord and my Twitch link if you want to come check it out. We're going to be doing dailies live on weekends as well. So make sure you stay tuned for that. And as always, I am Sir Randerson, Clucker-in-Chief with the Mother Cluckers. Like and subscribe, please. And we'll see you in the next video. Peace.